My name's Ernest Adams. I'm a freelance game design consultant and freelance lecturer, and I've been researching interactive storytelling for about the last 17 years and trying to figure out how to resolve some of the problems that we have faced in the video game industry. I'm just completing a thesis on that topic with the University of Teesside. But the next area that I'm going to look into is massively multiplayer online storytelling, because that's a much different problem from single-player storytelling and presents other challenges. So that's a new area of research for me, and really the game industry has not paid it any attention. The problems of interactive storytelling in a massively multiplayer environment are that every player wants to feel like a hero, but it's hard to tell a story in which every single player of millions is a hero. So I believe we need to look into other ways to make players feel heroic in large numbers. The normal things that we think about interactive storytelling, the things that we're trying to achieve with coherency and credibility and so on, tend not to work in massively multiplayer online games because a lot of the quests are repetitive, the players are competing with each other to do the same things, and they don't have any long-term effect on the world. Every time they kill something, it respawns. Every time they complete a quest, the quest is available for someone else, and so they don't really feel as if they are having a permanent effect on the world. And I believe that this sense of making a difference is important to the concept of storytelling. I was looking at The Lord of the Rings Online as an example of a game that has some of these difficulties. Some of the non-player characters appear to be in two places at one time. When you complete a quest, it doesn't really change the world. The world feels very static. And that was just an example. And of course, that's the traditional way that we do things, and that's what people expect. But I was looking for something more. So I've been considering making a new sort of a massively multiplayer online game that I call the Blitz Online. And the purpose of this is to create the experience of being a civil defense worker during the Blitz on London in the 1940s, during the Second World War. And in the Blitz Online, the world permanently changes all the time because the Germans keep bombing the cities, and you have to try and go out and rescue people and put out fires and do the other civil defense jobs that are available. And because the world always changes and everything you do makes a permanent difference, I believe this will create a more story-like feel. It also means that the nature of the experience is much more collaborative. You work in a team to try to accomplish a large overall goal. So instead of being a hero who is the hero of the story, instead you are an individual person who is behaving in a heroic way. It's still exciting, it's still dangerous, but it's not the traditional hero's journey. It actually isn't really about you. You're not trying to level up, you're trying to end the war. And so it's a different approach to creating a massively multiplayer online game. I've been giving a talk about this at the writers' event and interacting with other people, and I've gotten some interesting feedback about the game. People have talked to me about how the player is going to get a sense of their own progress or the progress of their team when the game doesn't put a lot of numbers on the screen. And I have to think more about the nature of the feedback that the player will receive. And so discussing this with the other attendees here at the Writers' Conference has been very helpful to me. The next step for me is to try and get some more funding for the Blitz Online and to go deeper into the design of the game. At the moment it's only a high concept, and I need to look for someone who's interested in funding and researching a game about the Blitz.